Joining Bloody Disgusting's Boo Crew via the Speakeasy Studio are two returning guests to the show. She is one of the most compelling actors in cinema. There's something about her that just draws the audience in. It's powerful, persuasive, and you really fall into the emotional journey she creates in every character she plays, because she has a way of attaching these characters to you and grounding every nuance in truth. It's hypnotizing to watch, and it's extraordinarily rare. It's why It Follows changed the horror genre forever and earned dozens of awards and new fans every day. She takes bold risks that leave us breathless, working with the Oscar-winning Sofia Coppola, Neil Jordan, Adam Wingard's mesmerizing action thriller The Guest, Shia LaBeouf's acclaimed Honey Boy, Villains, or most recently the absolutely exhilarating The Stranger, that broke new ground in terms of the mechanics of film narrative and is one of our favorites of the past decade. The variety of her projects is a testament to the depth of her talent and her unwavering commitment to storytelling. We are honored to welcome back its director, Chloe Okuno, and its star, Maika Monroe. Yeah.
That was an incredible introduction. I've been hanging out with you guys more often.
Right. Well deserved, of course, and it's so great to speak with both of you. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us, and congrats on Watcher. What is this part of the process like for you guys? The press and the creative byproducts of reliving the journey of making the film over and over again. What are some of the things people are saying that maybe have surprised you, or things that have reinforced or validated even the tiniest decisions that you've made along the way in making this film?
Maika, do you have any thoughts?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's really always, press is really fun when you're really proud of the movie that you made, and it makes the whole process so much more enjoyable. And so I don't know, I'm so excited talking to all these people that are just like in love with this movie and really connect with it. And that always just is the best feeling. And that's why we do what we do. And so I don't know, it's been pretty incredible, just like hearing all the response to this film. It was just this tiny movie that we made in Romania in the heat of the pandemic, and like that so many people are loving it, just really means the world to me. So it's been quite cool.
And Chloe, how about you? What's your take on all this?
Oh man. Yeah. I mean, I totally agree. That was so lovely. And I feel the same way. Yeah, I mean, it's been amazing to see the response. I like doing press because it means I get to hang out with Maika a little bit, and we get to talk about the movie. I feel like the things that people say that really like always, hit me the hardest is when, especially young women, will be like, "I really feel seen by this," and I feel like you're speaking to something that I experience that I don't always see in movies, or at least like it was very effective the way that you told the story, and yeah, like they feel seen. So that is always really amazing. But yeah, I'm very happy that we're doing press for a movie that, I'm really proud of. It would be really weird and awful to do press for a movie that
We'll go to Maika for this one. This film really lives and dies by your Julia. So Maika, how did you find your way to Chloe?
I had seen her short film Slut. A friend had sent it to me and just said, you have to watch this. This is a really cool up and coming director. And that was probably 6 or 8 months before ever receiving Watcher. And then, my team sent me an email and said, it's cool filmmaker. And I recognized the name. And then they had sent me the short, and I was like, oh my God, I've already seen this. And I was just like, I hope I love the script, and read it and just immediately, felt a connection to it. And then I met Chloe and just hit it off and felt like I had to do it. So.
And every character that you play, Maika, is so vastly different from the next. How did Julia challenge you, and how did Chloe nurture that experience for you?
Well, I think that there was a closeness with this character that sometimes can be a little scary. And so I think maybe that was a challenge in itself. But Chloe just makes such a safe space on set and really, yeah, gives you the time to like go there. And obviously there's a lot of scenes in this movie where I'm like really scared or panicked or crying. And yeah, as an actor, you just want to feel like you have a space that you're able to like really tap into something. And yeah, Chloe just gave that to me. And it was really, really great.
Chloe, what was it like the first time that you watched Maika become Julia?
Oh my God, it was incredible. I think our first day we shot the movie theater scene.
Yeah.
And I mean, first of all, I think even, you know, in the sort of rehearsal process and in our conversations leading up to the movie, I just felt like Maika creatively brought so much to the character. Like her sort of ideas and taste really informed the wardrobe. I felt like we had, you know, a good rapport already just as actor and director, but you still don't really know until like you show up the first day and like the camera rolls, like what it's going to be and what she's going to do. And I mean, of course, she was incredible. And I think the movie theater scene is actually kind of a good, I mean, it's only the beginning and it only brushes the surface, but it's still a good indication of just like the greatness of Maika as an actress. And, you know, particularly I think in this kind of movie where it's so much about her just like without dialogue, wordlessly conveying this whole range of emotions in a way that's like really subtle, but so clear. So I was so thrilled, and, you know, it just got better.
Maika, what was that like? What was the work like for you to align yourself with the emotional heartbeat of the film to be where you needed to be emotionally for this illusion to work?
I don't know. I mean, just obviously when we're shooting, we're not shooting in order. It's kind of all over the place, and so just being really aware of what was happening right before and where we're going after the scene that we're shooting. And yeah, just like, obviously it's an indie, so it's fast paced and we have, you know, we only have a certain amount of takes, but just being really prepared. And like, yeah, I feel like Chloe and I, we had rehearsals before, which was so incredibly helpful. And we were so on the same page. And yeah, I don't know. I just like, we'd have my headphones in, listen to music, and then we'd be ready to shoot, take it out and go. So, yeah.
Was there a playlist or anything in particular that you were listening to as Julia?
I mean, I had like my own music. I have stuff that helps me tap into certain feelings or emotions. And so, yeah.
Very interesting. That's really cool. The scene on the subway was a fantastic demonstration of the rhythm and power of what's at play here. And we would love to hear your perspective, Maika, on building that scene.
Oh man, that was, it's such an intense scene. And again, like Chloe was saying, I mean, most of that I'm not speaking, and it's just listening. And obviously Byrne is incredible. And yeah, I mean, he just blew me away, and he's so terrifying and it's so manipulative. And yeah, I mean, I was lucky because I'm working off an amazing actor, and it wasn't so hard to really kind of go there. And I think it's so powerful, him just asking for this apology. Like, that's it. He's asking for me to, and I don't know, it was that day was really intense, and kind of getting to that level of emotion. I don't know. Yeah, that was a crazy day.
Maika, you had such beautiful costumes and dresses. In the beginning of the film, I was like, you just look amazing. Did you keep any of the costumes? Because they looked killer.
Oh, yes. Yep. Yes, I did. I kept the red sweater.
Yes.
The skirt. I think there's some like cool baggy cords that I wear. Kept those. Oh, yeah. I really loved the wardrobe on this. And so, yeah, kept stuff. For sure.
That's awesome.
Speaking on that note, I mean, Maika, all that wardrobe really kind of emotionally caters to what Julie is going through. You notice, like, she's holding that bouquet of yellow flowers at the beginning that just pops, and we see these bright colors, but then slowly but surely she ends up almost becoming a part of the architecture of Romania. Her colors of her sweatpants and jacket kind of matches what's around her. She kind of starts blending in with everything. What was that journey like for you to go and use wardrobe in that way?
Oh, I love wardrobe. I think it's such an important part of a movie and as an actor to like build this character. So Chloe and I did, we talked a lot. I think before I even got to Romania, I had put together this kind of lookbook of ideas that I thought would be really cool. And then the costume designer was amazing. And we went through these fittings and kind of obviously wanted to start with brighter colors. She exudes more of this confidence. And then slowly as the movie goes on, like you were saying, more muted colors and trying to hide, which, I think it just aids to Julia's arc and Julia's story. It was so fun working on and creating that with Chloe.
No, sorry. I was just going to say that like I had this like idea of this sort of color journey, but honestly, my ideas about wardrobe were not very interesting. And like, I feel like so much of it was Maika, and like really this lookbook just clicked into place so many things. She had so many cool references. Like the red sweater look, I think was like an Anna Karina movie or something like that. Yeah. There was like Julia Roberts and like Princess Diana photos. And it had like Maika herself has such a cool sense of style. And I really feel like she brought, that was mostly her. And like, she brought so much of that to Julia. And I really do think it made such a difference. And it just sort of helped like immediately understand who this character is. So I was so grateful for that. If it hadn't been Maika, the wardrobe would have been less good.
Was another character in the film for sure. Leo, you had a question for Maika to continue.
Yeah, Maika, you're in almost every frame of the film, delivering a great performance as we watch the story unfold through your eyes. Working with Chloe, what was your favorite scene to shoot?
Oh, man. Honestly, probably... Well, there were two. One was the subway scene. And I think it was so... I mean, I think I say I'm sorry. But Chloe, I don't know, she gave me some notes and like, I don't remember exactly what she said, but I just like something clicked in me. And I think it was this kind of the take that we used was very kind of quiet. I'm sorry. And I'm like on the verge of crying. And it was something that Chloe said that just like connected with me in such a deep way. And so I loved that. And then also the last shot of the movie, it was so fun. Like, just like getting to that place. And it's just that I remember reading the script and like being obsessed with the end. I was like, this is so good. You don't need to show any more. And so I was looking forward to shooting that. And then when we got there, it was so fulfilling as an actor. And like, we shot that near the end. That was near the end that we shot that, right? It felt like
closer. No. Because Byrne had to leave. So we
right. So it was like in the middle-ish.
It was in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah. But oh man, that was really fun. Chloe and I just like, we do a take and then we talk about it and try different things. And so, yeah.
Of course.
I wanted to talk about a sequence that I thought was so terrifying. It was the one in the hallway at the apartment building across the street from her. They're just standing and there's, a couple different knocks at the door, right? As we go to apartment 38. How did you build that scene? How do you know, like the tension that you ride in that scene, all of you? I mean, Maika's response to what's going on down the hall and just the lingering shots, how many times people knock. It's a very interesting dance, but it is so effective. And then from your perspective, Maika, for a scene like that one, so much of it's sound design that's in post-production, how do you get there?
I don't know. I mean, it's just just like having to kind of like hype myself up. I like Chloe said, we're shooting a bunch of different locations. So just making sure that it all from a performance standpoint was cohesive and kind of built upon each other. But yeah, that was a super fun sequence to shoot.